Hey guys, it's me, Talia Arisa Gibson. You can call me Tag for short, and welcome to my live. Today I'm going to be talking about how I use the Anchor app to connect my podcast. So stay tuned for that. PM Central Standard Time. Check it out. Hello, Cowboy. President 2024. How are you? And to those who are viewing. So I'm doing this live. I was asked to actually do this live by Coco's Ethnic Eats. So if she's unable to join in, I said that I would record this so that she can come back to view it, or anybody else that's interested in learning about how to create a podcast using Streamyard and just kind of the way that I do it. And there's other people who use other platforms, but I'm able to basically take audio from StreamYard and connect it to like Spotify or Apple Podcasts. So like I can actually share Spotify or Apple Podcasts for people who like to listen to podcasts by audio. So that's why I decided to do this live tonight. I'm well, thank you. I'm doing well. So I'm going to go ahead and just start. Oh, here you go. Hey, Coco, how are you? So, Coco, either way, like if you want to come up, that's fine too. Or if you just want me to go through it while you're in the chat, either way. So let me know what you want to do. So I know there might be some others who might be interested later on down the line in how to do it. So thought it would be good to just have this to reflect on. Okay, I'll go through it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So I use an app called Anchor. So I'm going to show you, first of all, what I use. So I created an account on Anchor, and the account is free. You don't have to pay like a monthly fee or anything like that. As of now, but you never know. Everybody's getting like money hungry now. They're wanting to charge for things. But right now, it's free. So I'm going to share my screen so you can see what I use. All right, so this is the website. It's anchor.fm. Anchor.fm. And I'll put it so that is the site, anchor.fm. So there's also the app. So I first started off by using it mainly through the app on my phone. And so I'll show you what the app looks like. So if you just go to your app store, whether you have iPhone, or I believe it's also Android as well. But if not, you can utilize the website. Let me see here. So I'll show what the app looks like. So this is the app. It has a little purple symbol with a little yellow squiggly lines. And it's called the Anchor app. So you can download the app. You could also set up your account online. So I'm just going to kind of show you. I already have an account, but I'll use a different email just to kind of show. And I may have to stop sharing if it gets too, oops, let me see. Let me do create an account. So right here it says sign up. I'm going to go to sign up, and then it's going to ask for my information. So this is information that people already know, so it's nothing. I'm going to delete this account. I'm just doing this one as so I could show you. Let me just make up a password. That's the 25th. If you ask me any private information, then I'll stop sharing my screen, so I won't show you that part. Let's see. I'm writing down this password so I can remember. All right, so I'm just kind of showing you how I went about setting it up. So I found out about Anchor from a lady who actually had her own podcast for a while. So I was asking her some questions about it, and she told me that this was one of the apps that was pretty easy to use. So what brings me to Anchor? I'm just going to say record an audio podcast. So then it just brings me into the Anchor app, and it kind of takes you step by step. So it'll help you kind of see the process. Hey, the Bud Files. So you can start your first episode. It'll show you how to set up your podcast, and then it'll show you how to set it up for monetization. So you can actually set it up so that, let's say people are listening to your podcast through Spotify, or they're listening to your podcast through Apple Music, or not Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, or any other podcast station that you can connect to from this. Then that money gets put into an account. So you basically get monetized from it. And then it'll show you how to share out your podcast so that other people can listen into it. So you can go through the steps of creating the episode. So in a moment, I'm going to show you the one that I'm actually already using, so you can see. So here it'll show you how to, like, if you want to record an episode through Anchor, you can record an episode. You can upload files from your computer, and that's actually what I've been doing with the lives that I've been doing recently. Thank you, Cowboy. So let me show you what it looks like when you already have an account set up. So I'm gonna move this over here. Let's see. All right, so this one I already have set up. So as you can see, so once you follow all those steps that Anchor gives you, hey Maria, how are you? Once you follow all those steps that Anchor gives you, then you'll eventually have a page that looks like this. So you can see here, I gave a name. So like for the little icon, like I just used Canva. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Canva, but I can show you that too. Canva.com. So there's a free version, there's a paid version, but here you can create like thumbnails. You can see like any thumbnails or anything that I create. I just do it here. And so if you're wanting to create your icon, you can do it whatever app you use to create like your thumbnails or anything like that, you can use to create so you have an image for your podcast. And so then you get to name your podcast. And again, if you follow when you sign up and you follow all those steps, it'll take you through setting up all of this. And so then you can even see like here, like I haven't really been active on my podcast, but you can see I've made $1.21. And these were plays that I've gotten so far. So I've already created some episodes, but you'll see here it says new episode. So if I want to do a new episode, I would click there and I can say create an episode. And it's going to show me that screen that we saw before. So I can record an episode through the Anchor app. So if I have my microphone, I can actually just record in Anchor, or I can upload audio from my Streamyard. So that's kind of what I wanted to focus on today. And you can let me know if you have any questions. Hey, Donna Green, how are you? Oh, yes, Cowboy. I love Canva. There's so many things in there, templates. You can create anything in there. I love it. How are you, Donna Green? So, like I said, you can record through Anchor. And before I figured out that I could use Streamyard to get the audio, I was actually using the Anchor app on my phone. And so when you log into the Anchor app on your phone, you can record from your phone for your podcast as well. The only issue that I was having was, so through Anchor on your phone, you can send a link to someone. And then they click that link and they join your podcast. So then it starts recording you and the person that's actually on the other line. So you can have another person on your podcast with you. But the problem I had with that was that I could control my own audio, but if the person that called in or clicked on the link, then it was really hard. Hey, boy, stop capping. Oh, I'm sorry you're in pain. I hope you feel better, Donna. Maria, tutoring class. And I'm always willing to log in with anybody, like through Zoom or something like that. Like if somebody's trying to set it up and they're like, I need you to go like step by step with me, because I'm just kind of giving a rundown this evening, but I would be willing to do that with anybody that wants to just set up their account and just wants to navigate it so they can see. Because it's a little bit easier once you already have your account set up to kind of walk through the steps. So now, like I said, you can create your episode through Anchor, but that's not what I'm doing anymore. What I'm doing is actually when I go live. So for example, on my YouTube channel this week, I started doing tag talks. So I was talking about like relationships, single life, and stuff like that. So after I finished recording that on StreamYard, I took that audio, and here where it says browse, If you click on that, then you're able to upload from your computer the audio. And then you can create an episode that's just audio from your Streamyard. So you can use Streamyard as your recording. So if you think about that, it's pretty cool because if I have like 4 people log into Streamyard with me and we're all talking, that's all getting recorded by Streamyard. So I can download that audio and it will go into Anchor as my podcast. Boy, stop capping. Yeah, I need to set that Zoom call up with you. I don't want to learn about the app. I just want to hear you talk. That is not what I said, boy, stop capping. I said, if you need me to teach you how to do the Anchor app. That's funny. So I'm going to go to, so let's look at my StreamYard. So this is going to be a little tricky because I'm on StreamYard. Let's see if it'll let me do it. 1 second. I'm hoping it will let me do this. Okay, so it does let me do it. Okay, so you can see this is my StreamYard broadcast. It's just the platform that you, when you first log in, you see this. So right here, you'll see the word past. So if I click right here, you'll see these are previous lives that I did through StreamYard. Maria, he's keeping it real. That's true. That's true. So you can see these are all past broadcasts that I did through StreamYard. So I can, over here, you see these 3 little dots. Let's see one that I haven't downloaded yet. So let me see. So this one, the tag talk, do you have a list? So if I want that audio, I can click these 3 little dots and click on download recording. So if I click on download recording, it gives me an option. I can download the video or I can download the audio. So for Anchor, I just want to get the audio. So if I click on download, you can see it's downloading to my computer. It's going to give me an audio file. So once that finishes downloading, I'll let it download and then I'll show you. I know this is kind of a speed course, but I just want to kind of let you guys see what you could do. So I downloaded the audio. Now, if I go back to the Anchor app, so I'm ready to load this to create a new episode. So if I click on browse, I'm just going to go to my downloads. Let me go to list. Here's that audio file. It's an MP3 audio file. If I click on it and click open, you can see it's uploading that audio file into my Anchor. Yes, Coco, it's cool because you already have your audio. If you're going live, like if you decide to say, I want to have a podcast show, you can just set up your lives through StreamYard, take that audio, and there you go. You have your audio for your podcast. So that's pretty cool. So let me let this. Now it's a pretty large audio file, so it takes a little bit of time. You're going to use Canva for your ads. Cowboy, I would vote for you instead of whoever else is probably going to run in for the next election. Cowboy for president. Yeah, Coco, it's definitely a 2-for-1 special for sure. So it's taking a little moment to upload, but it's not going too slow. 78%. Let's see. Maria. Okay, so I'm just letting this process. So the cool thing about the Anchor app as well is you can also edit. So this downloads your whole audio from your StreamYard live. So let's say the beginning of your live was kind of quiet because you were waiting for people to log in. You can actually cut that part off. You can cut out parts of the middle, like let's say something random happened during your live and you don't want that to be in your podcast. You can pull pieces out from the middle and delete those. You can take away the ending part. You can also record like an intro and outro. There's parts in here where you can add music to the background. So as you're recording like an intro, there can be music playing in the background, and it's all music that's copyright free, that's given to you through Anchor. You can also upload music if you purchase like some royalty free music that you own. You can upload music and have that playing in the background as well. So this is taking a little bit of time because it's a large file, but I'm going to go back so you can see one. Actually, I don't want to do that because it's not going to save it. Let me do this instead. Okay, so I'm on my account. So let me go to, sorry y'all, gotta log back in with my real account. All right, so you can see I had a bunch of episodes. These are some that I was working on that haven't gotten completed yet, or that were not done. But you can see the ones that are done were published already. So these are actually already on Spotify because they've been published. So like if I click on that episode, you can see it here. I gave it a little label. I just put this one up there the other day. It has 3 plays. But again, you have to kind of promote. No, you only saw the dots. I just did. That's the only reason why I didn't stop the sharing. So you can see here, I recorded an intro. Let me stop this little music that's playing. Okay, so I'll just show you. Hey guys, it's me, Talia Arisa Gibson. You can call me Tag for short, and welcome to my podcast. Come on in and talk to me. Were you guys able to hear that? So here I can edit audio and different things like that too. Like if I go to edit audio, so you can see this is the clip that I uploaded. Hold on. Sorry guys. 1 second. Okay, so this is where I can actually edit. So I can record. So if I click record, it's gonna let me record like an intro. So I can just click record. It'll let me select my microphone. So this is my computer microphone, or I can use the microphone that I have right here. Um, and then I can just click record now, and I'll show you. Hello, welcome to my podcast. And it's gonna put it over here. So this is the audio I just recorded, so I can actually add this to this episode. So this is the episode over here. I can add it. And it's gonna put it over here. So guys, let me see. And then I can move it where I want it to go. So you can also record ads. And when you first sign up, there's only one ad that Anchor will let you do, and it's basically you recording a ad for Anchor. And so that's how you can get monetized, because anytime your ads are playing, you're getting money. So the more that you use the Anchor app, the more ads you're able to add, and then you're able to go from there. So like you can see here, these are any audios that I've either recorded in Anchor or I've uploaded from my Streamyard audio, or any other audio that I might have recorded that I uploaded, but it doesn't go into an episode until I move it over here. And so like this is an audio clip from StreamYard. And if I click on these three little dots, I can actually edit that audio. So if I click on edit audio, this is what I was talking about earlier. So like it gives me the audio and I can actually remove what I don't like. So I can listen to it. There's a play button so I can listen to it. And let's say I decide I don't want this whole part. I can click there. I can click on split. And then this part over here, I can click delete and it's going to remove that part. So then when I click over here to save, it's going to just save whatever I have left. So I can remove pieces. So I'm going to restore that because I'm not really trying to delete it. But even in the middle, so let's say I listen to it and I see that this part I want to remove. So I can click on split. And then let's say I want to remove this whole middle part. I can click on split. Of course, I would need to listen to it to see what I need to take out. So I can click delete. So it's going to take out this middle part. And then everything else that's still blue is going to, when I click save, it's going to create a new audio file. And so I can use the edited audio file and that can get uploaded to my podcast. So it's pretty cool. I'm going to cancel because I'm not really trying to do any changes on this one. But you can see I've set it up. I have my intro. I have the ad. You can also split it in half. So the audio, I can split it up so that it saves as two parts. And so this was one of the parts, and then I added another ad, and then I had the other part, and then the last part, and then I did a outro that I recorded right here in the Anchor app. So then I can preview my episode right here. It'll tell me how long that episode is, and then I can save it. When I save it, all of my episodes are going to be here. So if you look at these are some episodes that I had that I can click on. Like, let's say this was one where I actually interviewed my sister. I was doing this one with my phone, but the audio wasn't that great. So I really want to get her on my StreamYard so I can interview her live through YouTube, and then I can get that audio, and then I'll redo this one because this audio wasn't that great. But you can see here, I had already set it up, but I hadn't published it yet. So it was still draft. So I can edit the episode. I can give it a name. So this episode was called Tanya's Talk because that's my sister's name. And you can put questions on there. You can add poll questions. You can add a Q&A where people can respond. You can give it an episode number. So if you want to do season, so let's say you say that you're going to do season 1 and it's going to be the month of October and the month of November, that can be season 1, episode 1, or season 1, episode 2. You can record a trailer. You could have your full episode. You can label whether it's clean or explicit. So if you're talking about things that are more adult, you can label it as explicit. You can upload your art for it. And so then if you click publish now, then it's going to publish to whatever platforms you've connected your Anchor to. Thank you, Maria. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask because I'm just kind of just giving an overview just so you can see that you can create a podcast without having to have like the whole podcast station and all that. If you have a good mic, all of that. So I got this mic from Best Buy, and it's connected through, I don't wanna get it because it's gonna disconnect it if I grab it, but I would have to show you guys, but you don't have to use a mic like this. You can use a USB mic. You can use, just your computer audio. You wanna make sure just whatever it is that you get pretty good audio. Um, so let me show you from there. So that's how you kinda do an episode. So then I would click publish. Now the publish is not gonna work unless I've connected to something to publish to. I have to connect to Spotify or I have to connect to Apple Podcast. So let me go showing you guys this. Let me see. So I'm gonna go to podcast availability. So if you go to settings, podcast availability. Can't talk today. So Anchor gives you this link, and it's a RSS feed link. So they give you this link, and you'll need this link because when you try to connect to Spotify, Apple, or any other Google podcast, it's going to ask you for your RSS feed link. And so that link is there for you. So you can see here, these are all of the podcast sites that I could connect to from the Anchor app. So Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, all of these different ones that are on here, Stitcher. Some of these I've heard of, Amazon Music, some I haven't heard of at all. But you can see my main one that I wanted to connect to was Spotify. So it takes you through the process. So let's say I want to connect to Amazon Music. It's going to tell me to click this link to submit so that I can connect my podcast to Amazon Music. So if I click that link, it's going to take me through that setup. So add or claim your podcast. So I don't want to, let me see. Let me do this. I don't know if this one's going to show my password. So I need to actually, I don't even know if I remember my Amazon login. I usually just log in through the app. So I'm not going to do that right now because I don't want to waste time. Let me go back. All right. So basically, you would log in because I can't remember my password right now. But basically, you would log in and then it'll take you through the steps and it's going to ask you for that RSS feed. Let's see if this one will do. Let me try the Apple Podcast one. I could probably do that one a little bit better. And I do know the login for this one, so I can show you this one. So let's say I want to connect to Apple Podcast. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to get this so that I'm not showing everything. All right, here we go. So it's gonna take me to the Apple Podcast site. You have to have an Apple login. If you don't, you can always create one once you get to that link to that site. So then when I'm there, I can set it up through Apple Podcasts. It's gonna ask me for my RSS feed. Now I've already connected this one, so it's already there. But typically it's going to ask you for that link. So you would take this link, the RSS feed link, and then it'll ask you for a little bit more information. And then you'll click on publish to Apple. So if you go to Apple Podcasts, you should see and be able to find my podcast. So that's pretty cool. I'll show you the Spotify one. Oh, thank you, Maria. You too. I know how that editing goes. So you can see this is the Spotify one that's already set up. So the other day I took that episode that I did from YouTube and it's just the audio now that's on here. So it's pretty cool that it's here. So people can just click on it and play. So that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna go back. I want to make sure I shared my audio. Okay. So you can see if I click here. Hey guys, it's me, Talia Arisa Gibson. You can call me Tag for short, and welcome to my podcast. Come on in and talk to me. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. So it has the ad that I recorded, and Anchor guided me through recording that ad. And so basically, as I kind of get more into this and get it shared out more, hopefully, you can start building some revenue on it if people are listening to it. So I've just been kind of learning how to connect the StreamYard. And so now that I figured that part out, just by downloading the StreamYard audio, now I can get it connected to more of the other ones. So right now, I think I just have it connected to Spotify and Apple Music. And so I want to connect it to the Amazon one and probably a few more of the ones that I'm more familiar with. And yeah, so then you'll have it out there. So that's pretty much it. Do you guys have any questions? Like I said, if anybody is interested and they just want me to ever show them how to do it, we can always work something out so I can actually walk you through the process of setting up your own account and all of that. But I just wanted to show Coco, was that helpful? You guys, anybody else in the chat, Cowboy, anybody, was that helpful? Just to kind of see how that connected. I know it was quick and it would take me a while to go through every single step. So that's why I said, like, if somebody really decides to set up um, a podcast and they want me to walk them through it, I can do that. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. And that's it. That's all. Thank you guys. Let me know if you guys have any questions. You're welcome, Coco. You're very welcome. And like I said, this is not the only way to do a podcast. It's just the way that I was taught to do it. And so it's worked for me. And so that's what I've been using. But I know there's other platforms where you can set up podcasts as well. So, all right, y'all. I hope I made sense. Hope it was understandable. I didn't really plan what I was going to say. I just kind of winged it. All right. So I'm going to do my closing and then I'm going to end this live. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this live. As always, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you'll know when I post. Until next time, people. Bye. Thank you. Thank you, Coco. Good night. Bye. Thank you, Dr. Cowboy, President 2024. Thank you, Maria. Boy, stop capping. Anybody that was listening, thank you. Bye. FUD files.